Summer transfer window is a hopeful time for football clubs and their fans, as it offers a much-needed opportunity to strengthen the squad before a new season gets underway. But at the same time, it's too easy to make a mistake and spend a fortune on a completely wrong player after having been following him for years. We're about to witness a number of fascinating transfer stories this summer. So today, we would like to tell you about the most anticipated transfer moves of summer 2023. But first, we have a question for you. Which player cost his team more last summer? Manuel Akanji, Ryan Gravenberch, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Noel Molina? Please leave your answers in the comments. And now, let's go. Randal Kolo Muani, from Eintracht to Bayern. It's been a very impressive season for Kolo Muani. After he moved from the French side Nantes, the striker has already scored 13 goals and provided 12 assists, which is the best result in the Bundesliga. No wonder many big clubs are now eager to sign the Frenchman, especially after he proved himself worthy at the World Cup as well, as he scored a goal and made an assist, though given only 180 minutes of playing time. Bayern Munich are believed to be the most interested side. They could do with a new striker, while Harry Kane, who is believed to be their number one priority, is reluctant to leave England, so it's very possible that Bayern will go for Kolo Muani instead. Eintracht's demands is what may become the biggest obstacle, as the Eagles would like to receive about 100 million euros for the striker. They would rather keep Kolo Muani for one more season and would require a hefty bid to sell him this summer. Georgi Mamardashvili, from Valencia to Manchester United. The Georgian goalkeeper's solid performance for Valencia has made him a transfer target for a number of Premier League clubs. Manchester United are believed to be the top contenders, as Erik ten Hag is reportedly unhappy with David de Gea's footwork and would rather sign another keeper. Apart from that, the Spaniard's contract is ending this summer, and the sides are yet to find an agreement, as even if they do, De Gea will have to settle for a much lower salary and a backup keeper status. Chelsea are reported to be interested in Mamardashvili as well, though the Blues are still uncertain about spending money on a new keeper. Georgi has made 83 saves in La Liga so far, which is 5th best result in the league, even though his club Valencia has seen better days and is currently struggling at the bottom of the table. Mason Mount, from Chelsea to Liverpool. Getting along with the new Chelsea board has been a problem for Mason Mount throughout this season. He only scored 3 goals and made 2 assists in the Premier League, while it's been a poor year for the whole team, so the fans have no other option but to wait and hope for the best. However, the board did offer Mason a new contract. One of the most talented academy products clearly deserves more, as his current salary is not even in the top 10 in the club's wage bill. After having spent 3 seasons at Stamford Bridge as a key player, Mount wants his salary to match one of his fellow Englishmen, Reece James, that is about 300,000 euros per week. The owners, in turn, are not willing to grant his request, which made the reason for Mason Mount to change clubs this summer. Liverpool may be the side to benefit from it, as Jurgen Klopp would love to have Mason Mount in his squad. It is rumored that Chelsea may let him go for 70 million euros, so that Mason doesn't leave the club as a free agent next year. Apart from Liverpool, there are Manchester United and Bayern, with Mount's old manager Thomas Tuchel in charge. It is still possible, though, that the Chelsea board may yet persuade the midfielder to stay should they keep trying. Dear friends, before we go on, we'd like you to help us gain 5,000 followers. If you like our videos, please leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to tap the bell button so that you don't miss our next video. İlkay Gündoğan, from Manchester City to Barcelona. The German international İlkay Gündoğan has been playing under Josep Guardiola since 2016 and has had a glorious career at City, as he won 4 Premier League titles and a number of domestic cups. The 32-year-old midfielder remains an important figure for City, and the club would rather keep Gündoğan while he himself is feeling uncertain about his future and considering his options. Gundogan's contract is expiring at the end of this season, and the club that is rumored to sign him as a free agent is Barcelona, as Xavi has determined Gundogan as his primary transfer target. As for now, it looks like Gundogan would rather take on a new challenge and join Barcelona than stay at Manchester City, even though he will have to settle for a lower salary, so that the Blaugrana would not violate the financial fair play rules. There have already been rumors about Gundogan and Barcelona reaching the agreement, though the footballer's agent quickly dismissed them and said that the midfielder's future is not yet certain. Rasmus Højlund, from Atalanta to Manchester United or Real Madrid. The Danish striker Rasmus Højlund has made a real breakthrough in his first season in Serie A after he had moved from the Austrian side Sturm. This season has been a more decent one for the 20-year-old striker. After Rasmus had been left out of the Denmark World Cup squad, he scored 5 goals in 2 Euro 2024 qualifiers games for his national team, thus providing his coach wrong. Should we remember Denmark's World Cup results, how they got relegated as early as in the group stage, we can't help but acknowledge Højlund's impact, as he has also scored 7 goals and made 3 assists in 29 games for Atalanta, which is quite an impressive result for a young player in his debut season. Højlund's performance made many big clubs watch him closely, among them Manchester United. The Red Devils are yet to find a proper replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo, as Wout Weghorst, who is currently playing on loan, is only a short-term option. Another club following Rasmus is Real Madrid. Though Karim Benzema still has 1 year on his contract, the next season is likely to be his last at Santiago Bernabeu. That is why Los Blancos are already up to signing the Frenchman's future replacement, so that the newcomer has time to adapt to the new club and league. Anyway, we're yet to see which club it will be to sign Rasmus in the end. Moises Caicedo, from Brighton to Arsenal. The Ecuadorian Moises Caicedo could have moved to Arsenal this winter. Shortly before the transfer window deadline, he wrote a farewell letter to Brighton fans, but the Brighton board had other plans and refused to let the midfielder go. Moises gave an interview not so long ago and once again admitted he was disappointed with his club's decision, as he claimed he would like to leave at the end of the season. The transfer fee is going to be around 80–90 million euros, as these are Brighton's demands, so the Gunners might have to go for another player in the end, should Brighton refuse to negotiate on the price. But even if things don't work out with Arsenal, there are other Premier League clubs willing to sign Caicedo, among them Chelsea and Liverpool. As for the player's desire, Moises admitted that he would love to play for Real Madrid and win the Champions League with Los Blancos. Fabrizio Romano, however, claims that there has been no sign of negotiations, as Real Madrid are looking at other midfielders. So all things considered, we can't tell for sure which club Caicedo will join, and it's probably going to be about the most generous bid. No matter which club Caicedo joins, it is going to be an extremely profitable deal for Brighton after they had signed him for only 5 million euros. If you wish to know more about recent bargains, feel free to check out our video about players signed for a penny. Declan Rice, from West Ham to Arsenal or Chelsea. The West Ham captain Declan Rice has already spent 2 major tournaments, Euro 2020 and the World Cup, as a first-choice midfielder for England. But his long-term contract with the Irons is what prevents him from moving to a bigger club. Now there's only 1 year left on Rice's contract, and the midfielder may at last leave the club this summer, as West Ham would rather get some decent money for their leader than let him leave for a free a year later. Arsenal are reported to be following Rice, just like they are following the above-mentioned Caicedo. The West Ham captain, in turn, is willing to join the Gunners, as he finds Mikel Arteta's project a most appealing option. At the same time, it's not that simple, as even though there's not much time left on Declan Rice's contract, West Ham's demands are going to be at least 80 million euros. So Rice and Caicedo are going to cost pretty much the same, and the Gunners have to choose wisely, while their opponents, Chelsea, have their eyes set on signing Rice as well. The Chelsea owners hope to persuade the academy product to come back to Stamford Bridge, though the midfielder would rather join Arsenal. But should the Gunners go for another player, he may as well change his mind and reunite with the Blues. Alexis McAllister, from Brighton to Liverpool or Manchester United. This season has been a great success for the Argentine, mostly because of the World Cup triumph. Alexis McAllister has been a key player for his club Brighton, as well as he has already scored 10 goals and provided 1 assist in the Premier League, which is more than he had made in 3 previous seasons combined. No wonder that such performance and such numbers made Alexis a transfer target for many big clubs, and the footballer's father has already confirmed the interest, as he said that Alexis will most likely be playing for another team next season. Liverpool and Manchester United are reported to be the most interested sides, as they could do with a player of such profile. Brighton's demands are going to be around 60 million euros, which is actually quite a modest price for a 24-year-old World Cup winner, a player of such quality and solid Premier League experience. Victor Osimhen, from Napoli to Chelsea. The new Chelsea owners have already spent more than 600 million euros on transfers. Many of the newcomers seem to struggle to adapt to the Premier League football, and what is more, Chelsea still need a quality centre-forward, so this is going to be the primary objective for the upcoming transfer window for the Blues. Victor Osimhen is going to be their number 1 priority. The 24-year-old Nigerian striker has leveled up his performance, as he has scored 23 Serie A goals so far this season. It's perfectly understandable why Chelsea, along with other big clubs, are so eager to sign the Napoli striker. Not only Osimhen is a prolific striker, but may also be of use in defense with his tireless pressing and off-the-ball movement. Apart from Chelsea, there are other contenders, though Manchester United and Bayern aren't ready to meet Napoli president's demands and pay as much as 150 million euros for Osimhen. The striker in turn would rather join Chelsea, as it's the club his idol Didier Drogba played for. Should the Blues go for it, they will break yet another Premier League transfer record, but the financial fair play rules may become an obstacle, so we'll have to wait until summer in order to know how it goes for the Blues and the striker. Joško Gvardiol, from RB Leipzig to Manchester City. Before the start of this season, Chelsea offered as much as 90 million euros for the Croatian centre-back. Still, RB Leipzig refused to sell Joško, which ended up being the right thing to do, as Gvardiol's progress has already boosted his market value, so that he now costs even more than that. Gvardiol's Bundesliga performance, as well as the impressive World Cup campaign, 3rd place with Croatia, made the biggest European clubs throw money at RB Leipzig. For some of them, however, the German club's demands are still too much, as Liverpool, Chelsea and Real Madrid are not ready to meet their demands of 120 million euros. As for Chelsea, they have already signed another left-footed centre-back, Benoit Badiashile, and have another option in defense, that is the young talent Levi Colwill. At the same time, Manchester City still haven't abandoned the idea of signing the Croatian, even though his side conceded 7 goals in the Champions League round of 16 against City. Josep Guardiola sees a right player for his system in Joško, as not only he reads the game well, but he's also good in passing. Jude Bellingham, from Borussia Dortmund to Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham's transfer saga has been quite the story. It looked like every single big club was following him at some point, and when there were few of them left, Liverpool gave up on the deal due to Borussia's demands of 150 million euros, while Jude rejected Chelsea and PSG as he was unsure about their long-term prospects. As for now, there are 2 competitors left, Manchester City and Real Madrid. Los Blancos would rather not pay 150 million either, as they are going to try to negotiate on the price. After all, the player himself has his eyes set on joining Real Madrid. While he may reunite with Erling Haaland and play under Guardiola at City, it is still Real Madrid that is reported to be Jude's destination. However, bringing Jude Bellingham to Santiago Bernabeu won't be easy for Los Blancos. Man City in turn are patiently waiting as they still hope to persuade the Englishman to pick them, as they are ready to offer him a key player role as well as a lucrative salary. The 19-year-old Jude Bellingham is among the most talented midfielders of his generation, so it's natural that so many big clubs would love to have him in the squad. Despite his young age, Jude has already been playing for Borussia for almost 3 seasons, as his team is currently going first in the Bundesliga thanks to his 8 goals and 5 assists among other things. The Englishman has also made a number of international appearances, including Euro 2020 and the World Cup, which is another reason for his mind-blowing market value. Lionel Messi, from PSG to Barcelona. In summer 2021, the Argentine was forced to leave the club where he spent the bigger part of his glorious career. The Blaugrana simply couldn't extend Leo's contract due to their financial problems, so Messi had to leave as a free agent and join PSG. His first season in France was actually a poor one, only 6 goals and 14 assists in Ligue 1, which is the worst result for Messi since 2008. In his second season though, things went much better, as Leo has already scored 15 goals and made 15 assists in the league, and of course not to forget his much anticipated World Cup triumph, which may make him a Ballon d'Or winner yet again. However, Messi's contract with PSG is about to expire, and the Argentine has no intention of signing a new one after the Parisians got relegated from the Champions League in the round of 16, as he is reportedly unhappy at the club. Once Leo knew about the possibility of making a return to Barca, he at once expressed his interest. He would gladly reunite with Barca, though the club needs to cut on the players' salaries first. It is rumored that Barca have already presented the La Liga bosses with a detailed plan of how they are going to bring back their best ever goalscorer. We're yet to see if they make it, as they'll surely have to sell at least one of their key players, as apart from Messi, the Blaugrana would like to sign another few players as free agents. This season is about to end in a couple of weeks, and the transfer window is going to be the biggest source of news and entertainment for the fans this summer. There's a couple of fascinating transfer sagas which are about to end in the near future, which will surely involve big money. Dear friends, which of these transfers do you anticipate the most? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. See you soon.